Hello, friends. We are discussing the chapter of national income accounting. Like we have done few videos, we have covered few topics also. Like we have covered the four major economic sectors. We have covered the circular flow of income and expenditure. We have covered the four factors of production. In fact, in the last video, I have discussed with you like what is the definition of national income. Like national income is defined as the total money value of all final goods and services that are being produced by the residents of a country over a period. We have discussed what are flow variables and what are stock variables. Like we have discussed like what is the meaning of money value, and we have also discussed the types of national income based on money value, which is known as nominal national income, which is also known as national income at the current prices. Now in this video we are going to discuss the other type of national income based on money value, and this type of national income is known as real national income. Now, real national income is also known as national income at constant prices. This is the another term which we can use for real national. We will discuss why it is called as national income at constant prices. Now, let us understand what is real national income. So, real national income, which is like RNI, can be defined as, it means like the sum of quantities of final goods and services so the sum of quantity of final goods and services produced in the current year. So it means whatever the thing which we have written in the nominal national income, the same thing is also being copied in the real national income. So real national income can be defined as the sum of the quantities of the final products produced in the current year. I have used the term what exactly current year means, the year which I want to calculate the national income, or the reference year which can be called as current year, multiplied by prices of such final products not in the current year but in the base year. So this is the new term which I have added, which is different from the nominal national income. In the nominal national income, the prices of the final products are being considered from the current year. But whereas with regards to the real national income, so real national income we have considered like we are going to take the prices of the final products from the base year. Now what is this base year? So for our understanding, we can like just write it as, so base year means any year before the current year. For example, if 2025 26 is our current year, then any year before the current year can be the base year. So the current year can't be the base year, but any year before the current year can be the base year. This is just a small bit. We will discuss more on base year. So ఇది మనకి this is the formula. So real national income can be defined as what is the total quantity of products, final products that is being produced in the current year, and if we multiply with the prices by considering the base year, then we can derive real national income. Now to understand more on the real national income, let us take an example. So we have also taken the example while we discussing like we have done the nominal national income. Now we let us take the example. Now, suppose we have a car manufacturing company. So, ఈ కార్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ కంపెనీ ఏంటంటే 2024-2025 ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇయర్లో వాట్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ డన్ ఈజ్ లైక్ ఒక 1000 కార్స్ ప్రొడక్షన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. నౌ ఇమాజిన్ లైక్ వీ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ ద బేస్ ఇయర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో మనము 2022-23 అనుకుందాం బేస్ ఇయర్. సో నౌ ద బేస్ ఇయర్లో ఈ కార్ యొక్క ప్రైస్ like it is like 8 lakhs. So the price of the car that is being sold in the market is 8 lakhs. So now based on this data, calculate real national income, or what is the contribution of the car making company to the real national income. It was like the 1000 cars and the price of the car in the base year, which is like 8 lakhs. Now what is the contribution? I can write it as 80 crores. Now in the next financial year, which is 2025-26, car making company has produced 900 cars, and we know the price of the car in the base year is 8 lakhs. Now what is the contribution of the car making company to the real national income in the year 2025-26? It is like rupees 72 crores. Now let us understand. So In the year 2024-25, the car making company has produced 1,000 cars and its contribution was 80 crores. But in the next year, the real production has fallen, hence its contribution to the real national income has also declined. You might be looking at. Now, what is the problem with the nominal national income? The problem with the nominal national income is that despite the real production of a particular firm falls, but due to the rise in the price of the product, its contribution to the nominal national income might increase, might inflate. But the real national income is such kind of national income where we take the prices from the base year, or simply we fixed the price of the product. So we fix the price of the product like 8 lakhs fixed DSM. Now, since we have fixed the prices of the product, then in economics language, this kind of fixing the price can be referred as we adjusted to inflation. So this is the term which we has to keep in mind. సో మనము నామినల్ నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్లో ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ అనేది ఒక ప్రాబ్లం. సో ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం ఓవర్కమ్ చేయడానికి ప్రైజెస్ ఫిక్స్ చేశారు. ప్రైజెస్ ఫిక్స్ చేసేదాన్ని ఎకనామిక్స్ లాంగ్వేజ్లో వీ యూస్ టు రైట్ ఇట్ యాస్ వీ అడ్జస్టెడ్ టు ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్. అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ మీన్స్ వీ డిడక్టెడ్ టు ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్. సో రియల్ నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ adjust for inflation with regard compared to the nominal national income అనేది we has to understand the point. So now let us compare the nominal national income and real national income like in a like summarized version. Okay, immediately we will close the topic. now look at the nominal national income and the real national income. So in the nominal national income, it is also known as national income at current year, current prices. Why? Because we are taking the prices from the current year only. Now it is known as national income at constant prices. Why it is called as national income at constant prices? Because since we have fixed the price, like we fix the price by taking from the base year. Since we have fixed, that is why we used to call it as constant prices. The prices are constant, like it doesn't change. అందువల్ల we used to call it as national income at constant prices. Now in the nominal national income, base year అనేది ఏదైతే ఉందో, so that is not being taken. Whereas in the case of real national income, base year is being taken into consideration. So these are just few points that where we can compare nominal national income and real national income. Now let us understand one more important concept, which is like with regards to the topic of base year. What exactly base year? How the government selects the base year? What is the criteria? Do we have any criteria? Like the first point or the first criteria that we can say with regards to selecting a particular year as base year is that base year, it should be a normal year. Now this is the first one which we have to keep in mind. Base year should be a normal year. Now what does it mean when I use the term normal year? So base year should be normal year means it is an year with less economic surprises and less non-economic surprises. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద పాయింట్ విచ్ వీ హ్యాస్ టు కీప్ ఇన్ మైండ్. అంటే బేస్ ఇయర్ సెలక్షన్లో ఆ ఇయర్ ఖచ్చితంగా నార్మల్ ఇయర్ అయి ఉండాలి. నార్మల్ ఇయర్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఆ ఇయర్లో ఎటువంటి ఎకనామిక్ సర్ప్రైజెస్ ఉండొద్దు. అంటే ఎకానమీ జీడిపి ఫాలో అవ్వడం, డిప్రెషన్లోకి వెళ్ళడం, రెసెషన్ స్టేజెస్కి వెళ్ళడం అటువంటిది ఉండొద్దు. At the same time, non-economic surprises కూడా ఉండదు. Non-economic surprises like we can't pick up like 2019-20, 2020-21 as the base year, because these are the years where we have experienced certain non-economic surprises in the form of COVID-19 pandemic. So base year మనం నార్మల్ ఇయర్ మాత్రమే సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి. And the second point which we have to keep in mind, base year, it should not be too old, or base year, it should not be too new. Now what does it mean when I say base year should not be too old or base year should not be too new? Now what if we select the base year which is too old, which is too new from the current year? So suppose this is our current year 2025-26. Now if we select the base year from 1980 to 1986, 1981, now imagine after 1980-81, there might be number of products that came into the economy that are being manufactured by the firms. Since we have selected the base year which is so old from the current year, then we might miss the significant part of production which is happening in the economy. For example, what is the formula for real national income? Sum of quantity of final products produced in the current year multiplied by, we can call it as the prices from the base year. Now if we want to take the prices from the base year, ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఏంటంటే, సో బేస్ ఇయర్ ఓల్డ్ అవుతే ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ చాలా తర్వాత ప్రొడక్షన్ జరిగి ఉంటాయి 1981 తర్వాత. సో ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ మొత్తాన్ని మన కన్సిడరేషన్ తీసుకోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉండదు, ఎందుకంటే బేస్ ఇయర్ ముందు అవి ప్రొడక్షన్ లేదు కాబట్టి. సో వీ మైట్ లూజ్ ద సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ with regards to the, like, if we select the base year which is too old. Now what if we select the base year which is too new? Imagine like 2025-26 is the current year, and we have selected 2024-25 as our base year. Now what is the purpose of base year? In the nominal national income, we are like we are facing the problem of rising the prices. Now to overcome this problem, we have selected the base year. So 1 year ముందు base year selection లో inflation, like the price of goods అనేది ఎక్కువ ఉండకపోవచ్చు. So that is why base year, it should not be too old, it should not be too new, but there is no hard fast and rule అంటే ఇన్ని ఇయర్స్ base year select చేయాలి current year ముందు అనేది. Most probably we can select like 7 years current year కన్నా ముందు 7 years ఏదైతే ఉందో we can select. That is the point which we have to keep in mind. So these are the points on the base year. Now we have done the nominal national income, we have done the real national income, we have covered the concepts of base year. Now one more important term that is being associated with regards to NNI and RNI is like we can which is known as national income deflator. Now look at the term national income deflator. So remember, if we remove the national income and if we add any type of national income, we might add GDP deflator, we might add GNP, NNP, it doesn't matter. The concept is same. What is national income deflator? National income deflator can be derived by the formula of nominal national income by real national income, and if we want to express in terms of percentages, then we can multiply with the 100. So nominal national income by real national income multiplied by 100 gives us the national income deflator. Now what is nominal national income? Nominal national income carries inflation. What is like real national income? In real national income we adjust to inflation, so that is why, so real national income is without inflation. So inflation by without inflation gives us the measure of inflation. So if someone asks us what is the relevance of national income deflator for the economy, the relevance is that national income deflator measures inflation in the long run. We know like there are many price indexes like consumer price index, wholesale price index, which measures inflation in the short term, right, for 1 month. But whereas national income deflator, it measures inflation in the long run. Now how can we say? ఇప్పుడు నామినల్ నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ అంటే ప్రజెంట్ ఇయర్ ప్రైజెస్, రియల్ నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ అంటే బేస్ ఇయర్. సో ఫ్రమ్ ద బేస్ ఇయర్ టు ద కరెంట్ ఇయర్, what is the rise of the price of the particular product or majority of the products, and we can know through the national income deflator. So that is one more point which we has to keep in mind. National income deflator is one of the measure of inflation in the long run, now during the period of from the base year to the current year. Now I am going to conclude. Now the conclusions that we can draw from our discussions is that real national income adjusts for inflation, which means real national income deducts inflation. And when we want to compare the national income growth or GDP growth of our country, అంటే ఇండియా 7% ఇయర్ గ్రో అయింది, 8% గ్రో అయింది ఈ ఇయర్ ఇండియా, ఈ మంత్లో ఇండియా లేదా ఈ క్వార్టర్లో 3% గ్రో అయింది. సో ఇటువంటి నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ గ్రోత్ ఆర్ జీడిపి గ్రోత్ మెజర్ చేయాలంటే we consider the real national income only, but we do not consider the nominal national income. So for comparing the growth of national income within the countries, we use real national income. So nominal national income ni man, for example, if the nominal national income of India is 100 rupees, and if the nominal national income of India in the next year is 107, we can't say 7% పెరిగిందనేది కాదు. So it might happen due to the rise in the price of the goods. That is why we compare, like in the real national income of India in the past month is this much, and in the next month ఇలా పెరిగింది లేదా నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇలా ఉంది. సో రియల్ నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ను మాత్రం మనం మెజర్గా తీసుకుంటాం. సో దీస్ ఆర్ సర్టెన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్ which we has to keep in mind with regards to the chapter of national income accounting. Thank you.